Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host of one of the official PCW Wrestling official podcast, Brock Talks, and my very special guest is a lot of people's per se on my greatest rival of all time, the person that I've had many matches with over my career. I'd have to say one of my greatest rivals, ladies and gentlemen, Max Harper, formerly known as Greg Danger.
Hey there, hey, thanks for having me on the broadcast. I actually enjoy a lot of the broadcasts that you do, actually.
Yes, thank you for being on here, actually. So let's get straight down to some business, shall we? I think on everybody's mind, I think on everybody that watches PCW, who know you from your time in another promotion called XCW. What's with the name change, man? Give us a little story or something on why you wanted to change your name from Greg Danger to now Max Harper.
Well, it's kind of a way that I decided to reinvent myself. I've seen superstars that, first came to promotions like, say, Daniel Bryan. His first name was actually Bryan Danielson, and later down the road he came up to be Daniel Bryan. So, actually, after finding the match, he told me to reinvent myself to make it more interesting for people. So I decided to do an name change. I decided with Max Harper.
Well, I do gotta say, a lot of people are starting to get your name correctly, because when you first changed it, a lot of people still called you Greg Danger. Now, this leads into my other question. If the Max Harper gimmick doesn't work, would we see the Greg Danger gimmick come back?
Honestly, you'll never know. All I say is for everyone who is tuning in to keep track on PCW and see what happens in the future.
Wonderful. And this leads into another question I was going to ask. What's going on with TK Danger after this past episode, man? I mean, a lot of people says that I had something to do behind it, but I mean, TKO came up and asked me, give him one opportunity to cement his name in a rookie legacy, and I told him to go for it. And a lot of people said that, oh, Brock had something to do with it. Brock had something to do with it. Yes, I did, but not the way you think. I told TKO to do whatever pleases. He said he was going to do something tonight. He just didn't tell me what. Now, following into that, the attack on you, Max Harper, TKO, your supposedly brother-at-arms, best friend, the man that you jumped ship with, put you through a table at the end of our match last night on PCW. And if you guys haven't checked it out, check it out, because, spoiler alert, TKO came out and put Max Harper through a table. Now, the two questions are in mind. One, how are you feeling after that table spot?
Well, honestly, Brock, I honestly don't feel so good. I actually thought that me and him was like bros. So, I kind of expected it to happen, but I didn't know when. So, honestly, whatever TKO wants to do, then by all means he can do it. I just wish that probably could have lasted a little longer. And
I'm pretty sure a lot of people wanted TK Danger to stay amends with each other, to be friends with each other still. Now, what do you think is going through the mind of TKO?
Well, what I think is that, just me personally, that he probably got jealous how I got the titles, like, the U.S. title and the IC title, where he couldn't have to step into the shine and light in that situation. He failed, and I picked up the pieces that he fumbled. And so, I think, to me, he got jealous from my success.
Right. Because, little history, TKO actually got the first opportunity out of both of you after All-Stars for the U.S. title against then champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes on PCW, and sadly lost. Now with you beat Cody Rhodes to become the new United States champion, which you lost at Battlegrounds, to now champion LA Knight, and now this upcoming weekend on PCW, it is going to be TKO versus LA Knight for the United States Championship. Tell me what's going through your mind on the feeling of him after attacking you getting a U.S. title shot.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, the feeling is, hate you a little bit, but sometimes you gotta look past that. I knew that he was wanting to see a bigger picture, and by all means, if he, gets the title belt, congratulations on him. But, what's done in the past, what's done in the past. And I still respect him. As a partner and as what my body was a partner. But, yeah.
Now, I think a lot of people's question is that TK Danger was supposed to be in Survivor Series War Games in a couple of weeks against Team Savage with the Mindbreakers. What can people expect now that TKO turned his back on you? What is TKO still going to be in War Games? The Mindbreakers, we don't know anything about the Mindbreakers quite yet. We heard after War Games they have signed a contract with PCW, specifically NXT. The only people that know about the Mindbreakers are quite a handful, and you and TKO being part of that handful. Where do you see War Games as a leader / general, where you lost your biggest asset, your biggest, I would have to say, like, soldier / comrade? Who is going to go with you onto the battlefield, into the cage? Who's going to be on the side of Max Harper? Who do you have that we should expect to show up at War Games and to be on Team Harper?
For that question, after Max Harper put me to the table, we kind of had the key argument. He said that he actually was never going to be a part of the War Games match, so he's out there. And for the Mindbreakers, I still want them to be a part because I know they want their shot, and I want to give it to them. But TKO was supposed to be for, is now free, and all I gotta say is y'all got to wait and stay tuned for War Games to find out who fills that spot.
Right. Now, speaking of War Games, a lot of people don't know your cousins are actually the PCW World Tag Team Champions, Zach and Sean, the Miller Bros. Tyler Savage has announced a few days ago that the Miller Bros are going to be with the Undisputed Champ in War Games to face off against you. How do you feel about facing off your cousins? And I know you and your former tag team partner faced your cousins at All Stars in Las Vegas, Nevada for the World Tag Team Championships. Now that you don't have TKO with you, how does this, does it change your mindset going against your flesh and blood again inside War Games? Or are you having the same mindset when you guys challenge them for the World Tag Team titles at All Stars?
Well, honestly, now the fact I'm facing against my own cousin, it honestly actually drives me close to that. That's because I know their success, and I love to go against them because they are the cousin. I expect nothing less than the best for them. Like they expect no less than the best for me.
Okay. Let's see. I have in my notes, and I believe I did say a congratulations to actually your cousin Zach Miller, who was engaged, now married to Christy Steele, if anybody doesn't know, which is my daughter. I just want to say a congratulations to them. As for Sean Miller and his girlfriend, Violet Moore, rumor has it that Violet Moore is going to be transferred down to NXT, along with a good handful of superstars from PCW down to NXT to help that brand grow. If you are selected to be going down to NXT, how do you feel about it?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind. No, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind being transferred to NXT. I always like to help the younger talent out, and also give them a chance to be the next top guy, be the next Brocksteel, be the next Harper, be the next so on and so on. So honestly, I wouldn't mind being in NXT. Also, if I remember correctly, Brock, wasn't your little sister in NXT too?
Yes, actually, that's a good reminder. All three of my younger sisters are going to be in NXT. Emily, Isabella, and then the new one, Lily, who is my youngest sister, who is training and will be appearing on NXT full time until she gets the call up. Now, as for NXT, not specifically NXT, I don't know why I said NXT. Another promotion, ACW. You are the World Heavyweight Champion. Lead us into that mindset and that playbook on how you beat the former ACW World Champion to become the new and current ACW World Heavyweight Champion.
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. The former ACW champion, Alex Brocksteel, he put up a hell of a match. And honestly, I would expect that from the company, but I'm thankful that they gave me the opportunity to showcase my skills there in the ring. And honestly, I look forward to a match against him in the near future for the top.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are not going to be disappointed in any match. Let's see. Just going through my notes. Okay. If and after you somehow lose the ACW World Heavyweight Championship, we know, and it's been officially made, on PCW this upcoming weekend, alongside your former tag team partner TKO getting a United States Championship match, you will be challenging the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion Tyler Savage, the most people say the most dominant champion in the current era of PCW. And the stipulation is, if you lose, you can never challenge Tyler Savage for the Undisputed Championship as long as he is holding that title belt.
Well, honestly, sorry.
No, you're fine. If you somehow lose, and I'm not saying that you will or you won't, if you somehow lose, what's the future going to be for Max Harper?
Well, to answer that question, like I said, yes, I have a title match against the champion on PCW this Saturday. Also, make sure everyone who's listening to tune into that, because that will definitely be a awesome match, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And if I was to lose, well, me and Savage actually discussed this. If I lose, I could not challenge him for the belt for as long as he has it.
Now,
but
sorry to interrupt you, but now that's a valid point. You cannot challenge Savage for the title if you lose this weekend. What happens if he holds it for, say, a year?
Then I guess that all I can do is probably, train myself up and make myself more of a mature mindset and work on myself mentally and physically. So whenever he drops the top belt, I'll be sure to claim that prize whenever I get to it.
Right. Now, this will lead into another question. What if you lose? If you somehow lose this weekend, who do you think will take that title belt off Savage?
Honestly, there's a decent handpick, good amount of PCW stars that I can see having the best shot if I fail. One, for example, I can see, Murphy Rivers, which y'all saw on PCW a few episodes ago that he unfortunately lost. I can see him dethroning the champion. I can see, even you, son, I can see you dethroning him.
Right. Now...
And...
Nope, go ahead.
And if something happens, like, if, you defeat Savage for the title belt, I hope that at least, you get to hold it until All Stars. Hopefully by then, I will be in the title picture once again. So that way we can have a hell of a match for the grandest prize of them all at All Stars 5.
Right. Now, the rumor for Savage, rumors going around that after War Games, Savage is not scheduled for any PCW shows, any live events, NXT, not even for pay-per-views, as far as we know. The next scheduled appearance they're looking at is the season finale show, which is still, the name is still up in the works, to defend the title. That's going to be a very long way. How do you feel on Savage not appearing for pay-per-views or shows or anything?
Honestly, me personally, I think that is a very cowardly way of being a champion. I mean, a champion's supposed to be at every pay-per-view, defending it to prove to the company why they're the top dog. So if he's not there, then what makes him? That doesn't make him a champion. That just makes him like a coward, I think.
Right. Now, a lot of people, after this rumor came out, they're saying he's the next Roman Reigns, the next Brock Lesnar, that champion that is not going to appear at any show unless someone challenges him or he sees fit. How do you feel about Savage potentially being a Brock Lesnar or a Roman Reigns?
I honestly think it's a joke. It just adds on the name PCW. I mean, I just don't think that it's right for someone to take the title hostage and not defend it in any way, shape, or form at pay-per-views.
Right. And let's see. The other question I had for you was, where do you see PCW going in the next coming year, seasons? I mean, do you think PCW is potentially going to grow? Or do you think PCW will stay where it's at? Or do you think PCW is just going to skyward down?
Me personally, as being a rookie of PCW just this year alone, I believe PCW will skyrocket. I believe that will become the next version of WWE, probably even higher. I think that would be world known.
Now, this rumor has been in the works of the company for a couple years now. The potential of having official merchandise. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's going to help the company grow? Do you think it's just going to be a marketing thing where PCW itself is just going to just take the money and run? Or do you think PCW is going to use that merchandise money for something productive in their content?
Honestly, I think the idea of having a merchandise store would be the best idea. Like, it will help PCW grow in funds so that way we can add more to the crowd and also skyrocket more and more. I mean, it also has us giving back to the fans who enjoy what we PCW superstars do.
Right. Now, there's about 3 to 4 more questions I'm going to ask you, Max Harper, and then we're going to let you get out of here because you are probably a busy man and preparing for your Undisputed Championship match. One of the questions is, once War Games is over with and the Miller Bros are obviously your cousins. Are we going to see a type of bloodline storyline, a family storyline between you three? Are we going to see more of the Harper Miller family? Are we going to see a backstory on where everybody came from? Give us your thoughts on potentially teaming up with your cousins.
I mean, me, I honestly would like the idea of teaming with my cousins. You know, they're very successful in the ring, as you can tell. They held the PCW championship with titles for a good solid while. And me personally, I would love to have a storyline with them. I love them because they are my cousins, and I honestly would like to see what will happen in the future when we and them become a action.
Right. Now the controversial, I wouldn't really say controversial news, it's just what the writers are giving me. What is your thoughts on the new Intercontinental Champion, James Walker, going from zero to possibly almost hero? Where do you see his career going in the upcoming future of PCW?
Honestly, I can see his career going to a lot of high moves. Like, I can see a lot of potential in him. I can see him, even if, like I said, no one here, beats Savage for the title belt, I could see him probably even beat the guy who takes the title away from him.
Now, a lot of people are saying, and this is including our world champion Tyler Savage, that he's just mostly a copy and paste from our champion, from his entrance to his victory, from his style, from everything. He used to come out as a fighter that really was like his own gimmick. And now a lot of people, like I said, including our champion, is saying that he is mostly a copy and paste.
For that, I gotta say, in this industry, there is no next version of anyone. You could be inspired by that person, but there's no next version. Like, me personally, I think that could he be the next guy? Yes, he could be. But, you have to make your name for yourself in your own way, not by copying, like, your former rival or anything like the sorts.
Right. And, I'm gonna ask you probably 2 more questions, and like I said, we'll get you out of here, and because I know you got a big match coming up. Now the second thing is, I know a lot of people are probably tired of the Brocksteel versus Max Harper matches, and the company, PCW, the company, is talking about having one final match. This is including potentially Max Harper, Zach and Sean, the Miller brothers, versus the Big Three. And if people that are listening don't know who the Big Three are, Tanaka Antista, Adam Reeves, and myself, Brocksteel. The Big Three versus we're just going to call you guys the Bloodline. How would you feel if that match became official, to team with your cousins against potentially the most dominant three men in New Japan, Ring of Honor, Canada, performed in the Tokyo Dome multiple times, have held multiple tag team champions, world championships, mid-card championships against you guys, referring to you, Max Harper, and your cousins Zach and Sean, the Miller Bros.
Well, through my eyes, I think that would be a fantastic match. I mean, yet y'all do not know what me and my cousins are capable of doing when we tag together, because we never have. So, to be able to stand across the ring against a well-known and respected team out there like the Big Three, it would honestly be like a dream come true to, at least tear the house down and to make a match that it will be remembered for generations to come.
And I have no intentions on disagreeing with you. I think that would be a big money match, and I think that it should be held in one of the biggest PCW pay-per-views if it gets official. I say we should do it, like I said, if it got official, I think the stage would be set and ready to go on Fall Brawl. And again, if that does get official, Max, this would be I believe the match of the year, possibly right next to the 30-minute Iron Man match that we had, and against your cousins, the tag team champions, versus Retribution, as in myself and Murphy Rivers, in that glorious tag team match that I'm still feeling pain on. And I'm gonna ask you one final question, Max, and then we're gonna let you go.
Alright.
Where do you see Max Harper in PCW or NXT or ACW, in wrestling in general? Where do you see yourself, Max Harper, in potentially the next year and a half?
Well, honestly, I picture myself being the World Heavyweight Champion. But if not, I can picture myself, in XCW being their champion, or just being hopefully a locker room leader to the younger generation of superstars. So honestly, that's my goal for the rest of the year and so on, is to either become champion or a locker room leader to NXT.
And I think I can speak for anybody in NXT, any of the rookies. We would love to have you as a locker room leader, and hopefully when your time comes, hold on a minute. As I was saying, I wouldn't be upset or mad. I would be happy to have you as one of the locker room leaders. And I would like to see one of the elders of PCW, one of the veterans, including myself, to potentially pass the torch down. And by the looks of it, Max, you could be a potential contender for that torch. And I know I said it was going to be the last question, but how who would you want to pass the torch down to you? What do you think makes you potentially a contender for someone as a veteran to pass down the torch? And who would you, and I'm pretty sure I think I said this, but who would you want to pass the torch down to you?
To have the torch passed down to me, honestly, it'll be you. I've battled many of times. I honestly respect you as all of the accomplishments that you have put into PCW and to your previous work that you've done. I respect the hell out of you, and if I could pass the torch down to the younger generation, it would probably be, this might be a shocker, TK. I would like to pass the torch down that you passed down to me.
And hopefully one day when my time comes into the ring, into professional wrestling in general, that you will be there to be the locker room leader, to be a general, a captain, whatever you want to call yourself, a chief, a tribal chief, if you like to put it that way, in the locker room of PCW, NXT, ACW, so on and so forth. And yeah, I have no more questions for you, man. So I just want to say good luck on your match with Tyler Savage, one of the greatest rivals of mine and one hell of a competitor. And who knows, maybe one day mine and Savage's cross will path again, hopefully for the undisputed title, and we can burn the house down again. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, Max Harper, for coming on to the show. Like I said, good luck in your match this weekend, and you want to say anything else to the viewers?
To the viewers at home who are watching this and listening, tune in this Saturday for PCW to witness, hopefully, history when me and Tyler step into the ring for the undisputed title.
Well, there you go. I think I couldn't even say it better. So, yeah, this has been Max Harper on Brock Talk, one of the official PCW podcasts. And, well, the floor is yours if you want to say anything else. If not, you can say goodbye. And, yeah, we'll see you on PCW for your match.
What I have to say was, for all you at home, of course, like Rob said, go on and check out ACW. They are a terrific show. A lot of them are really surprisingly friendly, but they're also very, very, very challenging. Like I said, check them out, give them some love, and also, Brock, I'll see you later on, man.
Yes, sir. See you later. Well, I think that's going to be it for you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Big thank you to Max Harper for coming on to the show tonight. I believe there might be an NXT episode this week. Stay tuned for that, as Jacob Cassidy will go one-on-one with a mystery opponent from the PCW roster to crown the inaugural and the brand new NXT champion. That will be fantastic. And for anybody who is listening, PCW will do an open house sometime in the near future. We are planning to do it in a couple of months for season 5. Matter of fact, we can use some more rookies. Yeah, so if you would like to join the PCW roster, NXT roster, and or possibly the ACW roster, let us know. You can leave it down in the comments below. You can, and then I will send you my social media info. You can DM me there. But I believe that's it. So, thank you guys for listening. Rock on, and a Hall of Famer signing off.